Thanks very much, Brendan. Well, Dana, tonight we have a really fun matchup at the top of the card, a women's flyweight bout between Jessica Ai and Cynthia Calvillo. Jessica Ai, always a tough out, but Cynthia really has a shot at disrupting, the top of this division. What do you like about this fight?
Yeah, I like everything about this fight. I think it's going to be exciting. I think no matter where this thing goes, on the feet or on the ground, it's a fun fight. So Cynthia Calvillo's been waiting for her big shot, and this is it. Tomorrow night is everything that she's worked for her entire career, and she can pull off a win, over Jessica. She's in the title hunt.
Well, in the co-main event, we've got Karl Roberson taking on Marvin Vettori. This fight's been booked a number of times. Both these guys like to stand and bang. Both can get it done on the ground. But, man, there's some extra juice on this fight now, given the bad blood.
Yeah, they don't like each other. They got into it in the lobby in Florida, and here we go. Now we're finally here. These two are going to fight. Both have heavy hands. Both have knockout power. Both have good chins. This should be a fun one.
Unfortunately, a couple weight misses on this card. Obviously, we all know your stance on that, but it's trying times, right? A lot of these fights are coming together last minute. Are your feelings softened a bit given kind of the way these cards are coming through? Or no, be a professional.
No, it's trying times, but if you look at how many fights we've done and how many people have been on weight, it's just there's no excuse for it. Everybody knows we're back. Everybody knows to stay in shape right now and get ready for fights. And if you accept the fight and you say, yes, I want it, you better be ready.
Well, let's talk about UFC 251 shaping up to be an absolutely insane card. You've got Kamaru Usman taking on Gilbert Burns in that main event there, the championship belt on the line. A lot of people, like to discuss who should have been next to face Kamaru. What made Gilbert Burns the next person in line? I imagine taking out the #1 contender is, a big part of that.
Yeah, the guy's been on a tear. He wants to stay active. He wants to keep fighting, and he's the #1 ranked guy in the world. Right now off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you, but we were in matchmaking the other day. Across the board, we have all the champions are fighting the #1 contenders right now. So it's a really good time for fights. Wacky year with all the things that are going on in the world right now. But we were in the war room yesterday, and in matchmaking, when you look at the fights that are coming up this summer, it's going to be an incredible summer of fights. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about Fight Island. The cards over there are stacked. We have a 10-mile radius safety zone, it's called there, where we're the only ones in the hotel. We're the only ones at the arena. We are the only ones in the restaurant. Each guy has his own private training facility. It's going to be a unique experience. It's going to be fun this summer.
An island on an island in some respects there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, it's gonna be cool.
Well, we've got Max Holloway take on Alex Volkanovski for the second time, and everybody loves a good rematch. And that was a rematch that I think a lot of people were thinking about almost immediately after that fight. When did you decide that this is what's next for Alex?
Listen, the fight was so close. It was so good. And when you look at a guy like Holloway, who has dominated that division for such a long time, he deserves the rematch. Even Volkanovski didn't disagree that he deserves the rematch. Plus, if you're a guy like Volkanovski that beats Holloway in a really close fight, and a guy who's dominated like he has, and then you beat him twice, it's a really good thing for his resume.
It's a fantastic thing for his resume. It is a fantastic thing for the fans. Dana, UFC 251 is going to be absolutely incredible. I cannot wait for Fight Island. Thank you so much for taking a second. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Guys, we'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Laura. Thoughts on anything the boss had to say there?
Yeah, man, I love that he's, no excuses for missing weight, and I agree with the rematch. That fight needed to happen. That is what the featherweight division needs.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.